What the hell? No, I'm not. Hello! My name is Pipkin Pippa! I'm from Face Connect, and you guys already know me. You guys, do I even... Should we come up with an intro? Should we come up with an intro? We need an intro? I feel like we don't even need one, do we? No? Oh no. Oh, hiya! I don't know. Oh, an intro now. 3 months in. 4 months in. 100 days past debut. We hit the 100-day mark some time ago. I don't remember when. We were gonna do something special for it, but things did not work out. If you hear any background noise, it's my annoying ass neighbors. Give me. Oh, fuck you. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I didn't choose my neighbors. I didn't choose my neighbors. Fuck you. Kimo, thank you for the 541. Blanket is cute. It is cute. It was an online asset. It's nice and snuggly. Bit of a more comfy stream today. Just remind the audience about your Pipkin at the start of every stream, that you can get away with everything. Ah! Hey, Gura said the word. Am I allowed to say the word? Am I allowed to say the word? I feel like Twitter won't try and cancel Gura, but they'll come for me. They'll come for me. We don't need a dog whistle with Pipkin anymore. The word. What word? Ot? Yeah, that one. Tell Twitter you're literally neurodivergent in 3. Please don't. Pippa, you don't have a pass. You can't say it. What do you mean? Wait, for what? That's kind of my baseline. That's kind of my baseline, you know? Is like, like if Hololive says something, then it should be okay if I say it too, right? For the most part. Except for some words. Some words are even too much, I think, you know? I feel like I just have this gut feeling, chat. I have this gut feeling that there's somebody from Twitter in my audience that's just like waiting for something really yabai to happen so they can like clip it and they can be like, Pipkin Pippa from Faith Connect is literally toxic and problematic. Here is what they said. Here is what they did. If JP VTubers can say the gamer word, you can't tell. Man, you guys remember what was she playing? Let's be vague about this so we don't end up on a blacklist. Do you guys remember a certain rabbit VTuber playing it was like this cultist simulator or something? And she started calling one of the darker skinned NPCs Gorilla or something. That's too far. That's too far. That is, oh. If Kiara can say it, everyone can say, oh my god, Kuko, no. Do you guys remember that clip? I think it got clipped. Oh my god. That was a while ago now. It did, yeah. I feel like everything gets clipped. It did, I have it. Oh my god, of course you do. Was that before EN even happened, I wonder? I don't remember. It feels like so long ago. Well, we're talking about problematic stuff. Man, can you guys believe, like... The freaking Miko clip, man. That was a long time ago now. That was like what really kicked off Miko, and... Wasn't it Phasmophobia? No, it was a cultist simulator, I think. The GTA one, Miko's GTA clip. You know, I'm really surprised, Ame, like, was allowed to get away with what she did. Sniffles, yeah, man, I feel so under the weather today. I think I like... Oh no. Like, I tried to not do as much yesterday to try and, like, counteract how much I did the day before, but... I'm one of those people that needs, like, just a day of just laying there and... Ame said the gamer word. No, she did a, can I bring the clip up on screen? I wanna bring the clip up on screen. Man, this is what I like about Face Connect, you know, is we're not like a, hold on, I need to clear my throat. We're not like a hyper, policed company, so I think it's fine to bring up other people's clips. She almost typed the gamer word once. She did type the gamer word, I thought. Typed the first 3 letters. She didn't say it, she subverted the expectation by saying Neko. Yeah, but I'm really surprised she got away with saying that. I'm really surprised. Is this the right one? Ame is too powerful, she is.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
Then corrected it to nice try, yeah.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old ass haircut you got. You get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with. Nigga.
Neko.
What? What's up? Can a low come up in your crib? Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work.
That was incredible. That was freaking incredible. Like, I lost my shit at that. I was like, what? Oh my god. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I think of Hololive and I think of them as being like this really... I hear such mixed things, you know? I hear such mixed things. God, why... I think I have like a small cold or something. My throat feels like really closed up and my mouth feels like so dry. But it's not dry, it's like the opposite. I don't know. I don't know. But it's like with Hololive, you know? Like I don't understand. Like I hear such mixed things. Some people are like, oh, Corona chat. No. No, it's not that. Jesus Christ. You're dying, Pippa. We're all dying. It's probably allergy. I took a Claritin, but like I walked outside. I walked outside to do some chores, man, and I just like I could not stop sneezing. I was out there for like 10 minutes, and then I just went into the sneezing fit, and I couldn't stop. L710, thank you for the 690. Cold medicine, onegai. Feel better, Peppers. Oh, thank you. Robbie, I hope you stay safe. I walked outside and almost died. Oh man. One thing I don't like about being sick is it's like it impairs my thinking skills. I was about to just blurt something out. I don't know, it's fine. You know what? This is fine. That was in the past, man. When I was younger, the mailbox was across the road, and I used to be. This is really morbid humor, chat. This is really morbid humor. Tune out if it's gonna bother you. But like, I would cross the road, and I was like so nonchalant about it because I kind of hoped I would just get hit by a car. I was like, either end it or give me insurance money. I don't care. Oh, man. Been there. past. That was in the past. Now you were a doomer. Well, I mean, that's kind of bloomer too, you know, like insurance money. Man, the fucking insurance payout. That would have been nice. Insurance fraud, Pecora. Oh right, Hololive. Hololive, like, I don't know, like, again, I see so many people complain, like, or not complain, like make predictions and stuff for things like if Face Connect went under. And like, being blunt, man, I wouldn't want to be part of a company that has to get game permissions. Cause like, you're the reason dashboard cams exist. Fuck you. Cause like, Crony and Ame just had to switch to Minecraft because of they couldn't get the game permissions in time. Why do they need permissions? Because of a company is based in Japan. They don't have fair use over there. So you have to like get permission for every game that you want to play. You guys no, we don't need game permissions. Face Connect is Canadian, so Crony was so disappointed too. I don't think Crony minded Minecraft. I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch any of Halloween 2. I'm still on Halloween 1. You're not exactly scouring Steam though, are you? Not really. But it's just a thought, you know? It's just the thought that... what about Tenma? Well, because the company's based in Canada, none of us need permissions. I like to ask permission for indie games and stuff because I feel like it's just polite. Like, there's a dating sim game creator. Her name's Paxasis, and I asked her, I was like, are you okay with me playing your stuff on stream? Because that's just being polite. Like, free indie games and stuff like that. I think it's good to ask. Dono didn't show up. I will go check stream elements. Did Tenma actually talk to the Homestuck guy? She might have. But she refunded an indie game. Well, that one was published on Steam. Money. I feel like once you bring money into the equation, that's when it gets a bit more iffy. But it's like, well... She said she did. Syndicate, thank you for the $1. Thanks for remembering company. Oh my god. But yeah. Oh, and Key Mob, thank you for the 541. Hi, Pickin' Pinka. I like your stream and looking forward to this one. Well, thank you. I guess we should start reading. Apparently, you can never monetize Rockstar games. Rockstar is unbased. Play a niche. If you want to play a niche indie game on stream, you should play one called Bot Colony. You can teach a robot. Teach it to do what? Okay, so this story. I feel like just chatting, but we need to at least get through one story. This is from Cringe Tuna. Tuna. Hey, thank you, Tuna. Just chat F the rules, man. Oh my god. Rockstar is not only unbased, I'd go so far as to call them cringe. True. We guess something about someone's sister. What? Okay. Young brother Paul has always hated the monastery. From the very moment father left him there, he hated the drab, coarse woolen robes. He hated the tasteless gruels he had to eat. Hated the sour wine he had to drink. He hated the back-breaking, monotonous labors. Hated the strict, unforgiving schedule. Hated the deafening vow of silence. He hated that. At father's whim, he had to give up everything. Fine linens and silks, and pheasants and hares, and playing hide-and-go-seek with the servants. But above all, he hated the gargoyles. From the moment young Paul set his eyes on the monastery's front gate, The sights of the gargoyles have upset him. Every little grotesque feature of these sculptures distresses him, from their monstrous forms to their tortured faces, from their distorted man-like body to their featureless, pupilless gray eyes. Every little detail of the stone creatures, down to the chips and cracks on their limestone skin, radiates a hateful, evil malice. A malice like nothing young Paul has seen in his 8 years on God's earth. But above all, he hated their endless numbers. Everywhere in the monastery there was at least one of the miserable creatures. Every corner, every wall, every otherwise featureless corridor, there was nowhere young Paul could turn to hide from their ever-present stony gaze. From his labors outside to his moments of rest, the gargoyles chased young Paul from garden to bunk with their numbers and motionless tenacity. It's been 6 months since father left him at the monastery. Brother Paul has grown accustomed to life as a young novice. The ropes no longer bothered young Paul quite as much, nor did the food, nor did the chores. Even the vow of silence became more tolerable. Once the older boys showed him when the senior monks would look the other way, as the young novices whispered gossips among themselves. With the life at the monastery, with the whispers and gossip came information, and with information Paul learned quickly how to get the best from life at the monastery, from which senior brothers would give extra fruits if asked the right way, to the best spots to steal away a quick nap during work hours. The older boys were keen to spill, and the young ones, like Paul, were even keener to take in. With one exception, no one seemed to know anything about the gargoyles. Whenever a younger boy asked about the gargoyles, the older boys would fall silent for a little longer than normal. Then came the stories. By now, Paul has heard all of the stories the older boys had about the gargoyles. From harmless rumors, like they were donated in bulk by a Mason friend of the founders, to fanciful horror stories about the monastery being a den of devil-worshipping heretics before it was reclaimed by the church and passed on to their order. Paul has heard all the stories the older boys could tell, and there was one thing in common in all. None of them sounded true. It's been a year since father left him at the monastery. Life has become almost bearable, if not for the cursed gargoyles. Young brother Paul has gotten used to the chores, the food, the robes, yet the spiteful creature's gaze still terrorized his every waking moment. Worse, they have begun to haunt his dreams. At first, it was just the occasional passing glimpses of the stony, silent terror in his dreams, of childhood memories. Paul would be playing with his servants in the family garden, and the blurry visage of the tortured stone would show itself in the corner of his eyes, only to disappear just as quickly. As months passed, the nightmares grew worse. Soon, brother Paul would come to fear sleep itself, for in his sleep there would only be the endless chase. Young Paul would run and hide in vain from the horrible stone creatures. The creatures that plagued his waking days, the creatures that invaded his dreams with their unholy numbers. In his dreams, evil creatures became even more monstrous, more grotesque. Their skin and flesh, still visibly stone, would ripple like a bull addled with heat and rage. Their featureless stone eyes would glow with an unholy, dim light. From their gaping maws would come echoes of a guttural demonic chant of twisted prayers. His only salvation would only come in cold sweat as Paul clawed out of his sleep, screaming. This night, Paul sprung from his bunk, screaming like a man possessed. Before his fellow novices could make sense of what was happening, Paul dashed out of the bunkhouse as the stone demons, half of dreams and half of reality, pursued him in his addled state. Paul stumbled from corridor to corridor, every few dozen steps crashing into one of the monstrous statues, until eventually one reached out and clutched Paul with an iron grip. Paul gazed upon the creatures with terrified eyes. A creature half naked, wiry body dripping with blood. Paul screamed and screamed until he could no more. Paul regained consciousness. The creature was gone. In its place, cradling young Paul, was an old monk with kindly eyes. The monk stroked Paul's head with comforting strokes. Makes hushed, calming sounds like a mother calming her babe. When Paul was no longer screaming, to his surprise he heard the monk speak, breaking his vow of silence. "My son, what is it that terrifies you so?" "The gargoyles," Paul replied, in between sobs. "They terrify me. They haunt me in my sleep. They haunt me everywhere I go." The monk chuckled. "There is nothing you need fear of these things. They are just creatures of stones carved by men." As if to illustrate the point, the monk gave the nearby statue a solid punch. "See? It's but an inanimate object, capable of no harms to you or I." "But why do we have so many of them?" Paul asked. "Why is it that in this holy place there are so many of such evil things everywhere?" After a moment of silence, the old monk spoke again. "There is a reason why we have these evil creatures in our home, instead of statues of God and his saints. You see, we men are created in God's image. We are meant to be good, to do good. When we do good deeds, God won't be there to commend us, because that is what we are meant to do." The monk hesitated, as if to weigh a terrible responsibility, before he continued. "These evil creatures were put here not to scare you, my son. They are here to remind you of what you should truly fear. The devil. For when you stray from God's goodness, for when you commit sins..." Suddenly, Paul became aware of the labored breath. The pounding heartbeats palpitated from the monk's chest. A trembling, yet steely hand gripped his chin, lifting it towards the old monk's face. His kindly eyes, no longer kind, but gray and evil, like stones of lime. Unlike God, the devil will always be there. Dun 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 dun! That is from Cringe Tuna. Nice. Aren't gargoyles supposed to protect the places they're standing over? I have no idea. I don't know much about gargoyles. And then the old monk molested Paul. The end. Damn, OP. What the fuck? Don't say the unspoken part out loud. What the fuck? I thought God was omnipresent. Not in this story. Ah, shoot. They're gonna kiss. Listen, I didn't say it. I just read somebody's comment. Pippa's reading voice is super comfy and the perfect complement to the dose of NyQuil I chugged. If I don't make it to the end, oh, it's a cringe. Well, thank you, Brian Lane, for the $5. That was Pipkin's answer to everything. Like, Pipkin's not dead, by the way. I saw some people wondering if he's dead. He's not dead. Pipkin's answer to everything was like, "Oh, you feel sick? Just chug NyQuil." Just, here's a bottle of NyQuil. Keep drinking it until you feel tired. Just sleep it off. Next story. The list is from Twitter username VTASMR. They want me to call them Lore. Their Discord, I don't know if I should give their Discord, but what should I call you by on stream? Lore. They want to be credited. Their Wattpad is Lightning Storm TC on Wattpad. Chat, do you ever Control V, Control B instead of Control C, Control V? NyQuil abuse. Pro. Become the cutest. Cons. Contract Pipkin. I have a bottle of whiskey and a crate of ginger beer. Is that the same as NyQuil? Close enough. Holy shit, this is long. What the fuck? Whoa, this has 43.8k reads. Chat, we're not getting through this story. Holy shit, we are not getting through this story. Well, I'm gonna bring the image up on screen. Holy fuck. Do you see what that says? 15 hours and 58-minute long read. What are the tags? Action, Amelia Watson, Ame Same, Calliope, Coffee Shop AU, Fluff, Friendship, Gura, Holo JP, Holo Life, Holo Myth, Holo Stars, Ina, KFP, Kiara, Takamori, Waddies 2021, and Yuri. Orange Woman. For fast or slow readers, I have no idea. Actually, yeah, that's a good question. Chad, what are you? Are you a fast reader or a slow reader? This is endurance stream material. I would go insane reading for 15 hours straight. Oh my god. I find with horror stories, I tend to be a fast reader because I want to like get to the good parts and stuff. But then with other stories, I try to read slower so I absorb the information. I'm a fast reader, but I don't skip parts. Oh, chat, do you guys ever do that thing when you're reading a manga and you suddenly, like, the manga's like a normal... the normal's got like a normal amount of words. The manga's got like a normal amount of words, but then you get like this huge paragraph of text in one of the chat bubbles, and you just fucking skip it. When I see like multiple paragraphs or like a whole paragraph in a manga, I fucking skip it. I don't care. That is too much. I enjoy reading, and that is too much. It ruins the flow of things, you know? It ruins the flow. It's like you're reading Hunter x Hunter. I've never read that. But it's like, it ruins the flow, you know? Like you're bouncing from dialogue box to dialogue box, looking at the pictures, kind of like making like an anime in your head. But then the fucking... lore, oh my god, when you start reading, yeah, when you start reading like a fucking fantasy story, and it starts off with like an entire page of just lore, I skip that. I don't care. Because I had it happen. I used to read them. But then it happened enough times where like I would fried my brain just now. Like I would read it and then I'd get to the actual story itself and fucking it'd be boring. And then it's like I just sat there reading through your lore dump, explaining what happened to the dragons and like fucking what like the I don't even know. You spend your time writing a novel at the beginning of your manga. Is the Twitter leak? Huh? I accidentally posted the push link for the image that I just showed on screen. But it's basically like Earth, but there's magic and maybe a war. 99% of all fantasy first page. I know, right? Read stories by osmosis. I don't know who that is. Chat, do you guys know how to copy Wattpad? The screen? Export Wattpad. Don't be a fucking virus. Oh my god, this is like a whole tool. What the hell? Tolkien did it right and added the extra lore stuff at the end in the third book, appendices, and then a separate book. Holy chat! Fuck! Fucking brain. Hold on, I need to take a drink. Okay, chat. I really like how Guardians of Ga'Hoole did their lore. It's pretty wonky. But I love the format of thrusting your readers into the world from the point of view of like a child or something, you know, or like an isekai. And like learning the world as you go. Just learn the world as you go, you know? And then for like the really diehard fans, you just make another book. You make a book that just explains everything. That's what I like. But I also don't like with Guardians Go Whole. Can't you Control A, Control C the Wattpad text? No, it won't let me. Not let me. And you have to like download stories. Wait. You can like download stories offline, but you have to be like premium or something? This website's confusing. Problem is, most fanfic readers have zero patience. Bye. Hold on, let me... Wait, Ryan? Who the fuck is Ryan? Does this story have like original characters in it? Okay, I'll just put this here and I'll read from the website. And I will paste the link for those of you who want to read along. The link. I hate how YouTube chat, oh. Like if you click away from your YouTube tab and you click back, it goes all the way through everything everyone said. So stupid. I hate YouTube's chat box. It is literally the worst. Please, for the love of God! You know, it just occurred to me though, I can kind of solve that problem by just like refreshing the page, I guess. At least YouTube wasn't leaked like Twitch. Fair. I'm not on the up and up. Who is Ryan Shade, chat? Holy shit! Mr. Mannequin, thank you for the $100. Forgot to send this 2 days ago due to being sick, but glad to see you streaming again. Thanks as always for the comfy stream. What the hell? If you were sick, maybe you came up with this idea in delirium. Jesus Christ, you guys are too generous with your fucking donos. But thank you. Man. Is there dark mode for Wattpad? If you're like me and you're a normie who uses Google Chrome, you can... Yeah, fucking oil barons, man. But thank you. If you use Google Chrome, there's an extension that'll convert things to dark mode for you. I use that. I went to the Build-A-Bear website, and I forgot I had my dark mode thing enabled. And Jesus Christ, the fucking logo looked so cursed. The logo looks so cursed. It's on all browsers now. Oh man, download that. Download the automatic dark mode thing. Okay, let's jump right into this. 43,000 views, yeah. I've read a little bit of fanfiction. I used to be pretty into it when I was younger. Kind of anyway. Oh, I don't know. I have a mixed relationship with fanfiction because like the bulk of it is complete trash. I don't like fanfiction. But then I also do like some fanfiction that's like how do I explain this? I guess like fixing the endings of things. Is that toxic to say? I mean, like, I feel kind of hypocritical saying that because I don't like it when people fix other people's art, quote unquote fix. But at the same time, it's like when I read like a or watch like an anime or something, or read a book or whatever, and the ending is just completely god awful. I used to like looking up fanfiction and being like, ah, no, this happened instead. I have never watched Attack on Titan, but like I would do it with like Warriors. I hated Warriors. Like I loved Warriors. I loved the Warriors, but I hated Warriors because Warriors would introduce these characters that like I really got attached to. I really liked them. I think if fixing sucks, just call it an alternate. Okay, yeah, alternate endings. I used to really hate how in Warrior some of the characters would die in like these stupid ways, and there'd be all these loose ends. Like there's this character called Blue Star, and the way Blue Star dies is so stupid. So I remember like reading fan fictions that redid her death. There's another character called Scourge, and his ending is so stupid. Warriors, come out to play. How does Blue Star die? She falls in a river, and he like washes up, and like the main character is like looking at her, and I think she has like a moment with the main character. I don't know. This has been so long ago. Yeah, she falls into a river during a fight with dogs, and like she had all these like loose endings. Like she had these children and stuff, and never even like talked to them. And there was a lot. It was a long time ago. What was worse, Scourge's death or Tiger Star being killed by Scourge after he just showed up? I feel like Tiger Star's death was probably like the most anticlimactic thing in the series. Although in general, the ending of the first series I thought was pretty stupid. Warrior Cats, yeah. Warriors is a for those of you who don't know, Warriors is a very long series that's written by multiple authors. And it's kind of like if shovelware was a book. Warriors is like shovelware if it was a book. Like, nothing makes sense. A lot of the characters are like, there's so many characters. There is so many characters. You cannot keep up with all of them. You can't name them all. And they're so inconsistent. Okay, like there is drama over what color eyes one of the characters are. There's this one character that she is so inconsistently written, and there's so many different like statements from the authors on what she looks like, that there is literal drama. There's a Wikipedia for Warriors, and they fucking they started like banning people for saying that the eyes were a different color than what their go-to source said. So like it was a mess. It was a mess. And like the character, hold on, this is like a meme in the Warrior Cats community. I'm gonna read off one of the character descriptions. I love wikis. I think wikis are amazing. They're so convenient. But man. Oh, did they clean these up a bit? I think they might have cleaned them up a bit. Where's the main characters? Is quick a mod on the wiki? Oh my god. Oh, I think they toned a lot of it down. Okay, so when I used to use this wiki, there was like multiple paragraphs of character descriptions. And it would be so inconsistent. It would be like, Firestar is a bright red tomcat with a medium build and a skinny complexion with thick, coarse fur and smooth, like smooth, fine stripes. Fucking check edit history. I don't know how to do that. I don't listen. I'm not somebody who messes with wikis. I just use them. Very convenient. This, but oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. Okay, let's read the fanfiction. Man, can't believe Pippa is a furry. Listen, it's a pipeline. People talk about the other pipeline. Oh wait, listen, there's a furry pipeline and it's warrior cats. Because you start off like, oh, this is a cute book, and then you join the role plays, and then like you watch the animated music videos people make. Oddcast, thank you for the $5. I would be honored to be a moderator for your YouTube channel. I'm streaming right now. I have to get my manager's permission before adding people as a mod. Well, are you really? Oh my god, you are streaming right now.
I'm spending money on this shit that I'm.
Did you just donate to Shill Oddcast? What the fuck, man? The fuck? You joined the roleplays, yes. On Neopets? On Neopets there was there were roleplay guilds. And I remember I used to join them, and it started off as wanting writing practice. But then the thing with the role plays is that like they're not very reflective of like actual writing skills. I don't know, like as I've gotten older, I really don't like roleplay anymore. I used to be really into it. But the thing with roleplay is like you end up practicing how to say the same thing in 50 different ways. Versus like actually progressing a story and stuff, and then it was just... it was bad. But yeah, you start with the Warrior Cats roleplays, and then you move on to... on Neopets, and then you move on to the ones on like website forums and stuff, and then you move on to like the Warrior Cats AMVs, and then you're like, well, I want to make Warrior Cats AMVs, so you make Warrior Cats AMVs, and then you're like, oh, well, there's a whole animation community. Is this no, it's not erotic. What the fuck? They're cats, bro. Then you find like, oh, there's an animation meme community, and then you like. You're like, okay, well, I'll make animation memes with warrior cats, and then you're like, oh my god, well, I want to make like my own characters and stuff. So you make your own characters, and then to fit other people's like animation memes, you're like, okay, well, I'll anthropomorphize my character, so it's easier to animate as well. And then yeah, it's the furry pipeline. Cats are what the fuck, chat? Did you ever see the SSS Warrior Cats animations? I did. I was a really big fan of the SSS Warrior Cats. Somebody recreated Warrior Cats as an anime. You can't be erotic with cats. Talks about furry. Well, man. Listen, man. YouTube doesn't allow erotic stuff, okay? I wish there was like a differentiation, you know? I I wish there was a differentiation. Like, how do you say, like, yeah, I like Zootopia and, Beatrix Potter. But I don't like the other stuff that goes on, you know? Like, how do you... I like Peter Rabbit. I don't like, a 50-foot wall... 50-foot tall wolf with rainbow RGB eyes that roars, baby animals. You say I like animated films, but I don't like... But it's not just animated films, you know? It's like Beatrix Potter. I like Redwall, but there's some awful fanfiction of it. I've still not read Redwall. Pippa, that's something pretty specific. Something you want to tell us. Yeah, I spent too much time on DeviantArt and I've seen some shit. I have spent too much time on DeviantArt and I have seen the stuff that, well, it's not technically sexual. It's like, man, please put your shit behind a mature filter. Just say you like animal stuff and you're not a furry. Well, that works. You've seen all the... I have seen way too much inflation art. That I have... Before the Wonder Bread thing became a meme, I used to see, like, Wonder Bread art pop up on DeviantArt. Because DeviantArt is so fucking stupid, bros. DeviantArt is so stupid. The shit that they will promote on their front page... I don't know about anymore, because now I don't fucking use it. I still use it a little bit, but only for, like, finding commissions and stuff. But, dude, DeviantArt used to promote, like, blatant fetish art on their main page. They'd put like inflation art. Oh my god. What? I guarantee you. This is the featured page, bros. This is the featured page. Like, somebody from DeviantArt was like, yeah, I'm gonna put that on the main page. Dude, I am 99% certain there was somebody working on DeviantArt that had a foot fetish. Because you would go onto the fucking DeviantArt and, like, right there on the homepage, it would have like a lot. There was, like, every week there was feed art. It was awful. I wish there was, like, fetish tags or something. Yeah, despite me memeing the feet stuff, I'm not a feet bro. DeviantArt promoting fetish art? Deviant art? Deviant art? No. What do you mean DeviantArt is run by a bunch of deviant... Man. DeviantArt is a fetish site in disguise. And it's sad because there's no other art site that's like... Like, there's ArtStation, but that's for, like, professional artists. Why are there no good art sites? Pixiv. But Pixiv, you have to pay to see a lot of this, like... If you search something on Pixiv, you have to pay to see the top results. So you'll be looking like, oh, I wanna see, like, cute fan art of this, and then, like, you go on Pixiv and it's like, oh, there's the girls from Lucky Star taking a shit on each other. No, you don't. Yes, you do. If you go on Pixiv, you have to join the premium membership to be able to sort by most popular. There used to be Tumblr. Yeah, now artists don't use Tumblr anymore though. And man, you think like Western artists are intense? You think Western artists are intense, chat? Look at some Japanese art sometime, alright? Listen, I found a magical girl manga. I thought it was just a magical girl manga, alright? But it turns out it was like gore fetish. They were like being like fucking cut open like with can openers and stuff. Man, that was weird. Tumblr committed die. Yeah. Girl! It was more intense than Girl, okay? Like, Girl was one thing, but, like, man, this was something else. This was, like... It was intense. Don't search for animals on Pixiv either. Anyways. Kiara Fried Phoenix. A Hololive story. Shadow remembers Gotan. Anyways. At least on Pixiv you can disable tags to hide things. True. Constitution check. What'd you say? I said Gotan. Not you can, but you must. Blacklist exists for a reason. Only if the artist tags their shit properly, though. Listen, part of the problem here is artists don't tag their stuff. Isn't it weird to make fanfics about real people? It depends if you count Hololive as being real people. That sounds bad. Like the thing with Hololive, right, is like it's people putting on characters. So it's kind of a gray area. Kind of a gray area, you know, because it's like they're not like being real people, but they're not entirely fictional. On one hand, like the moral side of me is like I think like making fanfiction and stuff of anything pertaining to like a real person is kind of weird. I don't really think it's appropriate, but the more practical side of my brain says that if you're a public figure, you should expect this kind of stuff. Because I'm like being blunt, I think it's more, I think it's preferable to have more bad stuff happen and to have more freedom versus trying to like protect people and tightening up restrictions. Like, I feel like making like fanfiction of people is such a, like, if you don't want to look at it, just don't look at it, you know? Like, you don't have to look at it. Like the whole Markiplier, like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier thing, like they're uncomfortable with it, right? So like don't bring it up to them, you know? Don't bring it up to them. Don't be like, hey, how do you feel about fanfiction about you guys? Or, oh my god, are you guys a couple? Like, you know, don't be annoying to the person, but at the same time, I don't think there's really a problem with Markiplier and Jacksepticeye stuff existing outside of that, you know? Like, just keep it on your own sites and don't send it to the people that makes it. That's like a general rule, you know? Like, don't try to make people uncomfortable. Like, if they're uncomfortable with it, why send it to them? If you want to do it, just do it. Do it in your own spaces, though. Vorniax, thank you for the $1. Hello, Pippa. Hello, Vorniax. I don't know, like... But at the same time, if you're also like, if you're a public figure and you're putting yourself out there to receive that kind of stuff, you know, like, have tact, yeah, have tact. And as a public figure, you're like, you have to. I feel this is gonna be a really unpopular opinion with other content creators. I don't know if you guys will care as much, but like, I feel like if you're a public figure, you're kind of signing away your rights a little bit. Like obviously, like, people shouldn't come to your house and fucking kill you or whatever, you know? Like, there's a fucking line. But at the same time, it's like, you put yourself out there, you are now public domain to some extent. If you don't want to be public domain, then your rights to privacy. Yeah, you have rights to privacy, but anything you then share is no longer private. If that makes sense. Like if you share your address on the internet, then I mean that's public interest now. Like that you shared that. If you share your photos, you don't get to then turn around and say like you're being doxxed if people share your photos, because you already shared your photos, you know? And if people write fan fiction about you or draw porn of you or whatever, you know, like that's, you put yourself out there. You aren't asking for it, but you're making yourself vulnerable to it. Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like that's also like kind of people's right, you know? Like that's also kind of not to like share people's personal information, but like if you're gonna market yourself as a product, then I think you should expect to be treated as a product. Is that really bad to say? I don't know. Like celebrities, you know? If you're making pop music and you want to, if you want to do like collabs and like do concerts and stuff and whatever, you know, you're marketing yourself as a product. You are something to be consumed, and people are participating and consuming the product, you know? I don't know. Like if you don't want that stuff to happen, then don't like do it. if you don't wanna okay, like with VTubers, you know? If you don't want people making porn of your avatar, then don't use an avatar. Like there's copyrights and stuff, you know? Like people can't just take your, I'm not saying like, oh, well, don't stream using an avatar if you don't want people to take your avatar and profit off of it or whatever, but from like a consumer standpoint, it is, I don't know. Do you want some? I don't really care. Idiots would categorize it as victim blaming. I think you're a victim when something... How do I say this? Reminder to practice Kino OPSEC before becoming a public figure. Especially... fuck you! But thank you for the 333. How do I say this? I think you're a victim when something gets pushed on you that has a direct harm, if that makes sense. Like, if you're at a convention and somebody touches you, if they just like pushed past you or whatever, you know, like that's a dick move, but you're not like a victim, you know? You're not a victim. If you have like fucking like one of those diseases where like somebody touching you will literally like bruise you forever or something, well yeah, you're a victim, but you're also like a victim of somebody's ignorance more so than direct malice. Getting sprayed with a spray bottle, like that's annoying, but I don't know if you're really a victim. I don't know, I feel like victim is such a strong word. If it's like, if somebody commits an actual crime against you, I mean, I guess getting sprayed by a spray bottle in public is still a crime, but I don't know. Wait. Chat, I don't like the whole victim thing. That sounds so bad. Sounds so bad, but like the whole victim culture thing where like anything anybody does is like equating it to getting killed or getting abused. I don't think... I mean, and abuse is another word that has been really toned down. I don't know. I just think it's so... I feel like the internet has made it to where people who really don't belong in the spotlight can take part in the spotlight. And I think it's... I think... On one hand, that's a good thing because you get a more diverse array of content. But on the other hand, you also get people that'll be like, I was literally assaulted. Somebody sprayed me with a spray bottle full of water at a convention. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was abused. I'm being harassed. I don't know. Like that's so dramatic. That's so dramatic, chat. I'm not saying like you're not entitled to have your feelings hurt. Like if you get sprayed by a spray bottle in public, yeah, I get it, you know? Get mad, be annoyed. That person was an asshole for spraying you. But also it's like you got sprayed. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody else should care. They're not the ones that got sprayed. And you didn't suffer any harm from it. Like they didn't throw fucking acid in your face. Go the fuck out. Internet has made hyperbole the norm, yeah. Okay, we're gonna read this fanfic. What if you get milkshaked? Ah! And then you become a retweet journal. Oh my god. That being said, though, I am gonna draw the line at something, you know, like cosplay. I do agree, cosplay is not consent. I feel like you shouldn't just touch people. You know, like have some social etiquette. Like, don't like I've had that happen. I was at a convention, and I'm not somebody that like cosplays heavily. I just do like light cosplay, like putting on a jacket or whatever. And I had somebody pick me up and swing me around. They were like holding me really hard, and they fucking picked me up and swung me around like out of nowhere. And I was not comfortable with that. I was not comfortable with that whatsoever. That person should not have done that. Now, I don't think I'm like a victim necessarily. I don't think that's like, it's not the end of the world, you know? Like I didn't break any bones. I didn't fucking, like, it was just rude. It was rude of the person. It was rude of the person to do that, but it is not like, I'm not gonna write a fucking twit longer. Not gonna, yeah, glomping. Not gonna, like, I just... Things don't have to be life or death, chat. Things do not have to be life or death. But people really treat them like they are. And I'm so sick of that culture. But anyways, we were gonna read fanfiction. We're gonna read Kiara fanfiction. Okay. Day 1. Culture shock. Ryan awoke to the permeating sound of his alarm. He gropes around the nightstand before eventually slamming the alarm clock. Oh no, the nightstand is a victim. What the fuck? He contemplated going back to bed before sighing. Why did they give me the opening shift on my first day? He slipped out of bed before dressing up in his standard clothing. Black hoodie and black pants. He didn't even bother to put on a shirt. He would be getting his uniform later today anyways. Gonna walk around in public with no shirt? What the fuck? Being a nightstand is not consent. Jaeger, thank you for the $5. Oh man. Yeah, standard clothing. Is this kid in high school? Who wears a black hoodie and black pants? No offense to those of you in chat. He didn't even bother to put on a shirt. He would be getting his uniform later today anyways. Ryan scratched the back of his head. Looking at the door, this was his first job since graduating high school. Oh! Choo-choo! Listen, I'm gonna teach you a secret, alright? I'm gonna teach you a secret. At least get a hoodie with like a print on it or something, you know? Like, yeah, get something... Get something other than a black hoodie and black pants. That's gonna make you look like a criminal. I wear button-ups and slacks. I'm fancy. Oh my god. Here. Pro like fashion tip, I guess, from Pippa, you know. Get like a hoodie. You know, there's different types of hoodies, you know. You don't have to get one that's just like standard black. You could get one with like little ribbons on the side. That's something that's in style. Or you could get something with like I don't know. Maybe just don't get a hoodie. I feel that's profiling. I don't care. Like ribbons, if you're a girl anyways. Get Adidas gear. Be a 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. You could. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like, listen, chat. There's two styles that make you look like. There's two styles that make you look like you're still in high school. The first one is jeans and a t-shirt with a graphic design on it, and then the other one is dressing up in full black. We're getting fashion tips from a shut-in now. Listen, these are basic. This is very basic fashion tip. To not look like a high schooler. Imagine 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 being an upgrade. Where's your life? Listen, 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 is an upgrade in like the West because like at least you look different. At least you don't look like a high schooler. Okay, Hikikomori, listen, fuck you, man. I've preached the truth. You can wear a Pikachu onesie if you work at a tech company. What the fuck? I'm not a fashion person though, so you know what? Maybe don't take anything I say as gospel. Maybe don't take anything I say as gospel. Getting fashion advice from someone who buys anime clothing. Yeah, okay, listen, man. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 is life hard bass is my wife. Oh, thank you for the $5, Chatty Cuddles. Can confirm my boss did wear a onesie to several meetings. Sakana? Our base! Sorry! Shut up, Chad! Oh my god. Wear military PT shorts. Everywhere you go, make people uncomfortable with your powerful legs. Oh my god. Okay, we were reading a thing. Connie, thank you for the 333. Dressing up like a hobo to fit my Yoshi's taste. Let's go! Oh my god. Okay, let's let us read. I'm gonna cover up chat so I don't get distracted. Where was I? This was his first job since graduating high school. After that, he decided to sit around and be a NEET for a year. But after his parents decided to stop supporting his unhealthy habits, he had no choice but to get a job. As any freshly minted 18-year-old, he decided to start... Huh? Excuse me, sir, there is a discrepancy in your timeline. So, you said he decided to sit around and be a NEET for a year, but, you graduated high school at 18? At least in the West? I guess this could be, like, different depending on what country you're in. Listen, I'm very US-centric. In the US, you graduate high school at 18. So if you sat around for a year, you'd be 19. So smart, he skipped a year. Oh my god. Yeah! Save me! Sorry. Yeah! You can graduate at 17 here. Ah, hello, Yura! Time to talk about... Shut up, Asoiru! Okay. As any freshly minted 18-year-old, he decided to start with working at an international fast food restaurant joint / dictatorship that aims for world domination. He applied for a few, but most of them denied him. The only one that did accept him was KFP, otherwise known as Kiara Fried Phoenix. His acceptance thoroughly surprised him, considering that despite the painfully average, if not below average pay, they had amazing benefits. Considering his luck, those healthcare benefits would definitely come in handy. Ryan opened the door to his apartment, typing in the address on his phone. For some reason, instead of being hired at the one he applied to, he was transferred to the one that was just opening. Apparently, they were understaffed for the grand opening, so in their infinite wisdom, I'm getting cringe tingles. They decided to get someone with absolutely no training at all whatsoever to go help out. He sighed to himself, resigning to his fate. He was probably screwed one way or another. Might as well get paid, though, Ryan thought to himself as he exited the complex. I don't like Ryan. Ryan's kind of a soy boy. First of all, why would you open the door and then punch in the address? Okay, listen, if you're gonna be outside, you gotta make it as quick as possible, right? You have to strategize. Here's what you do. You put the coordinates in your phone first, and then when you're outside, it's like a quick process. You go immediately to the exit. You don't have to stand there with the door open. If you stand there with the door open, what if like your neighbors or something look inside your house? You don't want people looking inside your house. You don't want people staying inside and knowing that you're leaving. That's another thing, you know? Like if you stand there with the door open, punching in the address, that's more time for people to catch on that you're leaving the house. I don't trust people. Dad, I'm the kind of person I used to go on walks. That was my way of getting out of the house, is I would try to go on walks. Until eventually I succumbed to the let's just say I gave up on going on walks. But when I would go on walks, I would leave through the back of the house and wrap around. And then when I came back, I would enter I would go back in the same way I went out, and I would like enter through the back door, because I didn't want somebody to like come up and rob me or something while I was unlocking the front door, you know? I didn't want somebody like, I don't know, like, oh this lone woman is unlocking her front door. Yeah. I have issues. He followed the GPS and took a few turns before stopping. He then stopped between two buildings, turning to look at the space in between. This couldn't be right. The GPS told him to go through a back alley. Why would a fast food restaurant be through a back alley? Because it gives you the shortest route, dipshit. He looked at his phone to see if there were any alternate routes. When he refreshed the page, it seemed that the alleyway was the only way. He sighed, walking into the alley. If he missed his first day of work, he'd probably never live it down. The alley was surprisingly clean and empty. No side doors, no heaps of trash, no thugs ready to rob him within an inch of his life. He continued to walk for a couple of minutes before stumbling, suddenly starting to feel dizzy. He massaged his temples and closed his eyes before looking up again. There it was. A generic-looking KFP resided at the other side of the valley. You didn't edit this at all, dude. Ryan stepped through the cleaning and examined the restaurant. The first thing he noticed that there was no parking lot. How did they expect to get money when they made this location so far out of the way? He sighed and walked over to the entrance, nudging the doors. Great. It was closed. He looked at his phone. 6:04 a.m. Great. Stop saying great! What kind of manager was late to the grand... Manager? If they transferred staff to this KFP, they're not going to... They would give literally anybody else the manager position, or they would just, like, leave it open, I presume. They're not going to give somebody with no job experience, who spent a year out of high school doing nothing, to some random person. You know, like, they're not... Why would they... You said they transferred other employees, unless you're, like, literally the only employee. Man, this is one of them scams. Kikiriki! A loud voice made Ryan all but comically jump 10 feet in the air. Who the? Ryan turned around, ready to tell off the person who startled him, but stopped when he realized who was facing him. Takanashi Shacho? I don't watch Kiara. What is Takanashi Shacho? Takanashi is her last name, right? What is Shacho? Never. He expected some cranky manager, not the CEO of KFP herself. Takanashi Kiara became a worldwide sensation practically overnight. She was able to sell fried chicken at low prices and higher quality than any of her other competitors, instantly becoming a hit. Over the past year and a half, she erected locations throughout the globe, even purchasing out companies that didn't specialize in fast food. She owned her own video game company, TV network, music brand, and even hosted a talk show. Her appearance only succeeded in mystifying Ryan even more. Why would the CEO show herself up at some random joint in the middle of nowhere? Taicho. It's not Taicho, it's Shacho. Sha is company, Cho is director. Ah. Was this suggested as a joke? I think because the names don't match up, I think the person who sent this in was doing it to fuck with me. Gomena, sorry. Man. Maybe it was intentional. I don't know. Why are all the names so different? Wait, no, Vtuber ASMR does go by. I'm gonna feel bad if this person sent this in unironically. Like, this is their thing and they sent this to me unironically. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Listen, I think Kiara has a very good work ethic. I really respect Kiara's work ethic. I don't like what she said to Picora the other day, though. But anyways. Is that the end? No. You're Ryan Shade, right? Kiara asked. Ryan nodded his head. Ah, nice to meet you. You can call me Tencho while you're here. Okay, Tencho, Ryan replied. He was still thoroughly shell-shocked, but he decided to act calm. He's never had a job before, and as a result, doesn't know what would be acceptable or unacceptable to say. He reasons that he has a right to be shocked, but decided to play it safe. It seems the manager has yet to show up, so I don't have a way to get into the building. I don't have a key, so I can't open it myself. Oh, don't worry about that. Kiara took out a keychain and fiddled with it for a couple of seconds. As she found the right one, Ryan stepped out of the way from the door, shoving his hands in his hoodie pockets to hide his shaking hands. I'm going to be the manager for this one. Wait, really? Ryan exclaimed, losing his cool demeanor. This one will be... Kiara put a finger on her chin and looked up, seemingly fishing for the right word. Special. Neat. Whatever you say, Ryan muttered under his breath. If Kiara heard him, she didn't acknowledge it. She opened the door, gesturing for Ryan to enter. Ryan walked in and looked around. If Ryan was completely honest, the interior looked a lot more like a bar or a tavern with a fast food makeover. There were 4 tables with 4 chairs, each coated in the standard white and orange. The main highlight was the counter. The counter had a row of 8 stools across. There were 8 little screens in line with the stools, which were at most 6 by 6 inches. Ryan didn't know why, but for some reason... Ryan didn't know why, but for some reason, but he felt that something was different about the counter. He sighed, resolving that he would find out why later. I had everything prepared for you in the back already, Kiara said, gesturing to the door behind the counter. I'll open up today. You should get ready. Our first customers will be coming soon. Ryan nodded before going over to the door Kiara pointed at and opened the door. The room it led 2 was a small room with a table identical to the ones out in the restaurant. He looked over to the right of the room to see a counter with a fridge, a water dispenser, and a microwave. He then saw the hangar with one uniform on it. That was weird. Weren't there more employees? Another thing is that at the time he arrived, he was the only one there. Wouldn't there be other people there to work as well? He shrugged to himself. He could ask Kiara later. He noted the door to the left that had a sign saying changing room and grabbed the uniform. A white shirt with long sleeves, an orange button, up vest with a gold nameplate showing his name, white pants, and brown shoes, and walked into the changing room, taking a deep breath. It was time for work. Ryan noted that the uniform fitted quite well. He never gave his measurements to KFP, though having the uniform fit so well was a little bit weird. Ryan shrugged it off as a coincidence and opened the door back into the restaurant. "Are you ready, Ryan?" Kiara asked as he opened the door. "Yes, Tenjo," Ryan replied, putting up his best impression of a customer service smile, which wasn't all too good. "If I may ask, where are all the other employees?" "Oh, we're the only two here," Kiara replied happily, as if that wasn't an abysmal idea. "Only us two," Ryan exclaimed, completely flabbergasted. "Are you sure that's a good idea?" "Oh, it'll be fine," Kiara waved her hand dismissively. "This won't really be a busy joint. You'll see why I was reluctant to hire people for this particular place soon." "Oh, okay," Ryan said nervously. Before he could say anything else, black mist started to form behind one of the stools. As it continued to form, Ryan started to see a person walk out of the black mist. As the person finished walking out of the black mist, it started to dissolve. The person was revealed to be a pale, tall woman with long, pink hair. The black dress she had on had 2 layers, one being that of a normal dress, while the other being what looked like a torn robe. As the black mist completely faded, Ryan watched in mounting horror as a scythe revealed itself in the woman's right hand. "Holy shit!" Ryan shouted out of instinct. "Callie!" Kiara shouted, jumping over the counter to tackle the woman in a hug. "Gah!" The woman, now known as Callie, grunted as Kiara collided into her. She attempted to push Kiara off of her as she tried to nuzzle her. "Get the F word off, Kusatori!" Should I call the cops or something?" Ryan asked, his finger hovering over the call button on his phone, obviously distressed. He was indeed panicking, but he tried his best not to lose it before he loses his life. There's like 4 more minutes of this. I'm not doing it. Next. Oh, this person sent in 3 stories. Read the last chapter. How does he know her full name if she only called her Callie? Did he say her full name? AFP employee, thank you for the $1. Imagine being a wagey for a VTuber. Almost as bad as working for free. And then Ame appears, and... He didn't... I don't think he called her by her full name. Did he? He only calls her Callie. I don't even think he calls her Callie. The incest one was unironically okay writing. Yes, it was unironically okay writing. "18 years old, and the first thing he notices isn't her assets." Kelly and Kiara get married, and then Shade bangs Suisei. There's also Ryan Shade getting into an anime battle with his alter ego. Ed, fuck off. There is no way this is unironically... Wait. That was coincidence. It was coincidence. No. This is the last chapter. Hold on. I clicked the last story in the thing. No. No. Epilogue. Till death do us part. Are you sure you don't want to get married? Ina asked Ryan over the phone. I mean, we're the last too. I'll pass. Ryan chuckled a bit. He and Ina had gotten closer since Callie proposed to Kiara, having something in common, despite how strange that thing was. You headed there now? Yeah, I'll see you soon, Ina said, hanging up the phone. Ryan fixed his tie. He was happy he wasn't the best man this time because he felt like there was too much pressure on him. Kiara played around with the idea but decided against it. Author's note. Ryan may or may not have had a say in that decision. Fuck off with your author's note. I hate that. I'm glad to see you're alive. Ryan turned to see Suisei, smiling at him. You're a good man, Ryan Jade. I figured that much out. No, I'm not gonna read all this. I'm not gonna read all this, but there... What? Why is Suisei here? Does Suisei even speak English? I didn't think Suisei spoke English. What? Hold on, what's the chapter before this? There better fucking not be a character called Edhas. Coleman, thank you for becoming a big peepee. They're better. Chat, this is Christian, but Hololive. I don't know when the character comes into play, but he says, wait, Ame's here? What the fuck? What is this line? Alright, the truth is, Ame and I are from the future, Ryan said. Well, it's not the future anymore. Technically, we traveled from yesterday to 2 weeks ago. In our original time, things weren't nearly as eventful as this time around. The MILF raid last week succeeded, and it turned into a non-issue, and yesterday... and then... Amelia talks about how Ryan was shot in the head. And then this character, Edhas? You sure this was the right idea, champ? Edhas asked. Now you decide to pop in, Ryan asked. And what's with the champ? Where's your usual attitude? Look, I'm really trying my best to understand your predicament right now. I've divulged secrets before, and a lot of people didn't really take it well, Edhas said. I want to see what you stopped me from destroying everything. What does that mean? What the fuck? And Callie and Kiara like propose to each other. And this guy's going full. This guy's going full meds on a guy. Oh my god. What happened here? What is this story? So like... And then there's another book after this. 𝑒 Intertwined is the name of one of the chapters. This has to be a fucking joke. This has to be a fucking joke. There's no way you titled one of the chapters 𝑒 Intertwined. You better fuck off right now, Ryan. You better fuck off right now. Oh my god, I clicked onto another thing. I clicked on the what was the name of the Hollow Dating. Matsuri Have Mercy. You know it's gonna be good when festivals involved. But are they like fighting each other or something? Subaru's here. Maureen. And Ed has again. Miko. Miko says fuck. Or she does. What the fuck? What the fuck is this, chat? And then there's KFP memes. Oh, these aren't KFP memes. These are memes about this is the KFP is not a cult guy? Yo, 710, thank you for the 420. This has become so cringe, it is not required reading! What? What? I found his Twitter. I write about VTubers because I can't draw. Author of the KFP series, My Wife is a War Criminal, and Takamori Adopts a Child. Funatuber Simp. What the fuck is Funatuber? Tyler, thank you for the $2. My pain has transcended mental and is now physical. Tell us. His Twitter is @BurningRyan854. What the fuck? My cow senses are tingling. I'm gonna just save that for later. It was a self-insert, yeah. Yeah, it was a self-insert. Oh my god. Read the one titled Heroism. Is that one of the chapters in this, or...? Is that one of the chapters, or is that like something else that he wrote? Man, people will read anything, won't they? VTuber X Hero Academia. I've never seen Hero Academia. How do I get back to his page? How many stories? He has 6 works. Shades, a VTuber cafe. Me, myself, and I. Takamori adopts a child. I can't believe my wife is a war criminal. The Masked Hero's retirement. Yara Fried Phoenix. Okay, those are the only ones that he's done. I thought. Wait, why did you tag your shit coffee shop AU? There is no coffee shop. Which war criminal, Pecora? This is the number 2 story in Pecora? Oh my fucking god, you click on it. You click on it. I can't believe my wife is a war criminal. You click on it. Chapter 4, KFP. Fuck off. At least it's a different character. Like, the name of the character in this one is Takamura K. So at least it's not the Ryan Shade guy. Takamori adopts a child sounds incredibly cringe. Let's read that one. Oh my god. God help me, Niji 3 was a mistake. The subject is hololive here. What? I'm imagining somebody who eagerly submitted their writing to be read and critiqued on this stream, and this is what they got. Oh man, I hope you're not. I hope this isn't one of my viewers. If you're one of my viewers, dude, I'm sorry, but like... He is? It probably was. Yeah, he's not following me on Twitter, so fuck you. So, there's a disclaimer at the end of this. At the end of this one, there's a disclaimer, and it says, I have to give credit where credit is due. Oh wait, I thought it said something bad. Hold on, he also has an archive of our own. They now follow you. Are you... No. No. No, he's not following me. Control F feet Pippa. Fuck off. Hold on. I'm gonna go to his AO3 and see what else he has. 21 works over here. Oh my god. Heroism. Akai Hato. And Midoriya Izuku. Hachima and Toga Himiko. Akai Hato in Class 1A. Akai Hato and Aizawa Shota. What? Aizawa Shota? Eraserhead? I don't know who these characters are. Kiryu Koko. Shota is a name. Okay, thank God. There's the Shades of Vtuber Cafe one again. Takamori adopts a child. Me, myself, and I. A lot of My Hero Academia stuff. They're all rated T and general. So that's nice. At least none of them are like graphic porn. But man, there's a lot of Hero Academia. This is what happens when someone who doesn't read tries to write. Man, that's another thing, chat. If you don't read, writing is, it's not gonna be impossible, but like writing is gonna be a lot harder because you're not gonna have like a, I guess, an understanding of the medium. Which like works in some cases, you know, like some people like Mori, even though she doesn't watch VTubers because like it was refreshing, or because like her personality carried it for some people, but like man, my brain is fried. My brain is fried. What are these other ones? One's Hunter x Hunter. Another KFP. There's a lot of KFP ones. Oh my god. Juniper Actias is in this one. Merryweather! What? How did they decide? Iron Nose! Is Nuxanor Nux Taco? just like a coincidence in names. Who's Nuxanor? It is Nuxtaku, holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna read the tags on this one. Original characters. Takanashi Kiara. Oh wait, hold on. Mori Calliope and Takanashi Kiara. Gargura and Watson Amelia. Ninomai Inanis and Omaru Polka. Momosuze Nene. Wait, they're in a threesome? What the fuck? Muna Hoshinova and Irani Yo15. Sakura Miko and Usada Pekora. Shiranui Flare and Shirogane Noel. Hosho Marine and Uraha Rushia. Chishiro Botan and Yukihana Lami. These are ships. These are ships, chat. Tokino Sora and Azuki. Okami Mio and Shirakami Fubuki. Kureiji Dolly and original female characters. Original characters: Takanashi Kiara, Mori Calliope, Watson Amelia, Gargura, Ninamai Inanis, Nuxanor, Hoshimachi, Suisei, Roboco, Iron Mouse, Fudakuchi Mana, I don't know who that is, Meme Ro, I don't know who that is, Aragami Oga, Soul Patra, who are these people? The fuck is Honeystrap? Sayanji Mary? Sekishiro Miko? Dad, what is Honeystrap? The zombie gets plural characters! I'm reading the tags for a story. It's a company. Honeystrap is another VTuber group. Under 774 Inc. Like Anima. Close Patra, I think, is Honeystrap. What the fuck is Honeystrap? Dad, you guys know I watch like nothing but Hololive. Well, I've never seen any of these people in my life before. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Jen! Oh no! Oh no! Sakura Miko, Usada Pekora, Muna Hoshinova, Shiranui Flare, Shiragane Noel, Lemon Leaf, Momosuze Nene, Omaru Polka. He knew! He knew! He had the knowledge. He fucking predicted it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This was in March. This was in March. Wait. Hold on. Okay, I'm very bad at time, but when did when was Gen 2? August. March, April, May, June, July, 6 months, chat. 6 months. 6 fucking months, chat. Couldn't he have updated? Oh my god, you're right. He could have updated it. Is there a way to check to see when it was last updated? Dude, this would be... Oh my god. He would be the fucking... Like... Completed. Completed 3/14. That's March. So, unless he, like, retroactively went in and updated the tags? Wait, who predicted what? I don't think I can say. All I'm gonna say, and all I'm gonna say, is this is a fan fiction from March that has a bunch of members of Hololive, and to be fair, it has a bunch of indies, but I'm gonna say he listed off a bunch of members of Hololive, and then listed a small indie VTuber named Lemon Leaf. Anyways, back to reading the tags. Momosuze Nene, Omaru Polka, Chishiro Botan, Yukihana Lami, I don't watch Lami, I don't know how to say her name. Mano Alo, oh no! Mano Alo, Toki no Sora, Yukoku Rabaru, Yuzuki Choko, Amatsuka Uto, Reina Hardcore, A-chan, Hirakami Fubuki, Husky, Vivi, wait, I missed a row, Hemi, Neko Neneka, Okami Mio, Akai Hato, Hachima, Aki Rosenthal, Yosora Mel, Merryweather, Lumi, Vivi, Aida Pochi, and Juniper Actias. Merryweather's in this one. Why am Boruto in this? What story has these tags? It's called, fuck, where's the name? KFP Return Home. After losing his best friend and other half, Ryan Shade was desperate. He couldn't live without his friend and was trying his best to cope. Cope and save. He was then given an opportunity to save his friend by going to the only place he knew for a fact could save him. A place he was all too familiar with. Continuation of KFP and KFP Doubleback. This is a trilogy. This is a trilogy. He keeps putting day question mark in these chapters. Ryan is his real name, I bet. I fucking bet. In an undisclosed location in America, a lavender portal appeared as Ryan stepped out. He closed the portal without gesturing as he walked down the graveyard. Protector, hero, a true warrior until the end. 2000X to 2020X. Get up and fight. You will always have something to fight for. No! There's lag! Ah! I'm sorry. The cringe hurts! The stream doesn't want to cope with the stream can't cope anymore, bros. OBS's saying fuck you. But the Russian spies in my software don't want in my coding don't wanna listen to this anymore. Chat, doesn't omegai, like O-M-A-K-E, isn't this this is like a crossover, isn't it? Like, I've only heard this word once before, I think, and it was when Full Metal Alchemist, one of my friends was describing... Oh! Non-canon chapter. Extra chapter. I'm gonna read off this letter, no context. Meow, thank you for the $15 more. Hey guys, I'm a friend of the author, KFP. Critic is fine, but please be respectful. They don't earn anything and mostly just write for fun. Thanks. How did you get here? Are you messing with me or? They do it for free. They're here. What the fuck? Are they here? But when you have 15k views on your fanfiction on Wattpad, you can't. Fuck off! Fuck off! Everyone on this stream is a paid actor. Yeah, if that's true, have the guy tweet at me. Dear Tenjo, you're probably wondering where I am right now. Truth is, I decided to go on a journey. I don't know exactly where I'm going at this point in time, but I know I need to discover myself. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to come back. Losing 𝐿𝐻𝑎S taught me something. It taught me that I don't know myself as well as I thought. I need to take this time to discover who I am. I'm very sorry I couldn't tell this to you personally. Call me selfish, but I didn't want to see you cry. If I did, I'm not sure I could ever leave. I'm sorry, but I have to do this. The break room is yours to ground pound Callie in now. What the fuck? I guess this is goodbye for now. I hope to see you again. Your little egg, Ryan. No, this is parody. This is parody. Yes, I just found my destination. That's not it, chat. I saw part of this that made me have to read it. I just found my destination. Looks like there's not really a way to come back here. I guess this is goodbye forever. I really didn't want it to come to this, but it doesn't seem like I have a choice. Just know that from everyone I met, you were and have always been my best friend. Thank you for everything. P.P.S. My last wish is to never let Nyanners into the bathroom ever again. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh yeah, and listen. If you put your work out there on the internet, if you put your work out there on the internet, all right, you publish this publicly. You put this out there publicly. People have a right to look at your stuff and react however they will. If you're actually concerned, if you cannot take criticism of your work, if you cannot take people laughing at your work, the best thing you can do is to either not post it online, or you can also like put a little disclaimer thing at the top of your writings, like, hey, I'm just posting this, I'm not looking for any feedback or anything, which even then people still have the right to. Yeah, but like in the notes, there's a notes section here, and you put it, I'm currently watching Bloom while writing, and I'm crying. Like, there's a notes section. You can say, please, I do not consent to my works being shared in any way. But then another thing is, you also don't have to look at my fucking stream. Aren't all rats just fanfics with extra schizophrenia? Maybe. Maybe in general, people in general should grow a thick skin. I don't think that's really something you can, like, you can't control it overnight, you know? You can't control overnight, like, I'm gonna make it so people's mean words don't hurt me. But what you can do is turn the computer off. You know, you don't have to look at what people are saying about you. You can disable comments. You can not. Role players out of my chat. Touch some grass, yeah. And I'm not saying, like, listen, I've had slip-ups, you know? I've had moments where I was like, man, I'm in a bad headspace, and then I look at something somebody says about me, and I'm like, man, what the fuck? But you can control it, chat. You can control what content you see on the internet. Ryan is pregnant with Kiara's baby and won't post for 9 months. How did this even get sent to me? Like, did somebody like look this up and then sent it to Troll, or? The Twitter username that sent this to me is VTASMR. And their Discord username is ShachoLore. Is this the person? This is just a long con? Well, now I'm doxed. I didn't say the numbers. Ah! I got a message from... Hi, Moomy. Face connect Ryan incoming. Oh my god. Tweets protected. Tweets aren't protected. Oh wait, the VTuber ASMR person? Yeah, chat, that's something that's weird to me, you know? Something that's weird to me. Well, VTuber ASMR's tweets aren't protected. But like, I hate that there's this double standard on the internet. Of like, people are like, oh my god, Suicide Squad was so fucking awful. Oh my god, that was awful. What the hell? Oh my god, that was so bad. Could you believe what happened in Suicide Squad? That was terrible. Holy shit, that movie was awful. People will watch stuff like CinemaSins or AVGN or whatever, you know? Not to compare AVGN and CinemaSins. AVGN is way better. But but like, people will consume content that's making fun of things. And then the second it's like, oh my god, wait, no, this is somebody's fan fiction. Please be nice to them. Man, why the fuck should I? Like, you should have more patience, I think, with somebody's independent work, because yeah, like obviously they don't have all of the fucking money that goes into, like, it's not gonna be like a polished professional work, you know? But like, oh, Stanley Brothers, thank you for the $50. They can't fire you if you keep bringing in money, right? That's just business. Oh my god. Well, thank you for the $50. Like, criticism should be linear. The more popular, the more you can criticize. I'm not entirely certain what you mean by that. If you're saying, like, if a work is more popular, then it's okay to criticize it more. I don't agree with that. I think art is equal, chat. Bro came in and dropped 350. They reeled the entire stream. Yeah, they donated so I would start rambling about other shit. They just didn't want to hear more of the fan fiction. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I think art is all equal, chat. All art is equal. All stuff put out into the internet is equal. You can have a Sundance film or whatever that the budget was like $15,000. And if it's like, I don't know, like if it's recorded on your iPhone or whatever, I think people should still be allowed to say, "Whoa, yeah, this is impressive for $15,000, but also it's recorded on a fucking iPhone. It looks like shit." You know? There shouldn't be a, oh, well, because it was only made with $15,000, it can't be compared to like the big blockbusters where they spend like millions and millions of dollars on them. No, you still fucking can. Because you can criticize these bigger films, multi-million dollars, you can look at them and you can say, wow, they spent millions of dollars on this CGI, this looks like shit. Pippa, check the Lightning Storm TC's Wattpad's last message. How do I check Wattpad messages? Just accept it's cringe when you post it. You'll be immune to criticism. You don't have to denigrate your work, you know? You can be like, listen, man, you can be like, oh, I'm sorry, but I will be going on an indefinite hiatus. I don't know if or when I will return. I'm sorry. Man, did I just bully someone off the fucking internet? What the fuck? Oh, God. Listen, man. I'm gonna be blunt to you. If you're still watching, okay, you put your shit out on the internet, alright? You put your shit out here, okay? I don't know if it was you who submitted it to me or somebody else. I'm happy for you that you are doing what you enjoy, you know? Don't let anybody ever take that from you. Don't let anybody take that from you, okay? Listen, I draw shitty art. You know, I've posted it online. I've gotten bullied for it. That's okay. You know? That's what comes with posting your shit online. Is people will poke fun at you. Sometimes, not all the times. But you can't control how people react to your stuff. And if you want to continue writing, I don't see why some random person's opinion on it should matter. Okay? And if you enjoy content like CinemaSins or Nostalgia Critic or whatever, if you watch Tosh.0 and you're mad that some anime rabbit girl is laughing at your fanfiction on the internet, then you're a hypocrite. If not, then I'm sorry that I hurt you. But you posted your shit online. I post myself online. You know what people say about me? Like, this isn't the first time I've ripped into somebody's work on stream either. Well, listen, man, I'm sorry, but if you want to talk it out, we can talk it out. They say Pippa hates her gender. Fuck off! Well, I feel kind of bad, okay? I feel kind of bad because I don't want to hurt people. Hey, Loma, thank you for becoming a big peepee. But I'm sorry, but like art? Posting stuff online, being a public figure, or posting your stuff online, or creating content in general, you know, you're opening yourself up to all sorts of reactions. Didn't this literally happen with Miko at some point? Was it Miko and Marine where like they put somebody's doujinshi in the fridge and the doujinshi author lost their shit? They got really fucking mad and they like, I think they like unfollowed and everything. Peace out, what? Thank you for becoming a big peepee. Stop punching yourself! Miko and Marine put some Gundam BL. Inakaji, cyberfully Picora! Wait, that's... Ah! Pippa, please bully us off the internet. Oh my god. Is this the stream where management is like, Pippa, everything you did in that stream, never do it again. That's the beauty of being Sam Hyde. Everybody's Sam Hyde. Marine is a Fuja. Marine is even making her own. She's making her own, isn't she? Make it a membership perk. Okay, for $100, yeah, you join my $100 membership tier, and I make fun of you for donating $100 to an anime girl. Monthly. Easy Parent, thank you for the $5. In all seriousness, feedback exists to refine. Extreme negative feedback should be a sign of massive needed improvement. Nothing wrong in here. I understand the more, like, emotional side of it, you know? Like, oh no, well, like, just making fun of my art isn't gonna lead to any improvement, you know? Like, you're not actually being constructive. But it's also not my job to give you constructive feedback. Like, if you ask me for it, I'll give it to you. But I think as a streamer, it's more entertaining to laugh at the fact that, like, you won't let Nyanners in your bathroom. Mayoshi bullied an author off the internet! Oh my god. Jill710, thank you for the 333. KFP author posted he forgot about the stories and was going on hiatus August 20th. So this just seems like an extra extension to the... This seems like an extension to the hiatus. I don't know. I don't really feel... Fucking... Can't speak. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe this is all just timed really hilariously. But what a coincidence, it was literally 20 minutes ago. Oh my god. Coincidence? I think not. Timing is too good to be true. I'm sure some VT spurt... Oh shit, I can't say that. Harassed him. Oh no, don't harass anyone. Pipkin Pippa, thank you for the $1. Read story. I'm about to end this pencil. No! I'll never stream while sick again, chat. I'll never... Listen, the filter comes off. The filter comes off, chat! My brain... I can't... Listen, I'm already slow with processing things. But when I'm not feeling well, my brain is, like, completely... There is no filter! It was the knife! There was a filter. There was a little bit of a filter. But I have mentioned a few things on stream that I would not have mentioned if I was in a clear state of mind. Just put the delay in the stream. Problem solved. Yeah, I'll set up one of those, I'll start streaming to, like, Mumi or Sakana or one of the managers or something. I'll just be like, okay, every time I say something stupid, just bleep it out. You have 5 seconds. You have 5 seconds of wait time. Oh my god. Now I'm curious to see if they'll say anything else, man. I sign up with my company email to Wattpad. They didn't say anything else. So yeah, it's just the one thing. Yeah, August 20th, I forgot this thing existed. Yeah, huh. Pippa, we would need a 5-minute delay per stream then. Oh my god. Does Ryan take commissions? Man, that's another thing, you know? If you end up being like a lol cow on the internet, milk that shit. Milk it. You know? Like, if you just did something stupid, and like people took that and like ran with it, and it was like a one-off thing, you know? If that happens, if you're actually like self-aware at all, why not milk it? Like DSP, exactly. Although I don't know if DSP actually has any self-awareness. DSP did milk it, but he did not have the self-awareness to like create a character out of it. Yeah, no, he doesn't. But even like selling merch and stuff, like DSP was selling like soap and shit for a while. At least that's something. Usually the people that become lolcows are incapable of self-awareness. I barely read anything this stream. Pippa, you can't inspire people to run their lives like this. How is being a lolcow gonna ruin your life? Just don't log in. Like, make an alt account or something, you know? Like, okay. If you become a lolcow on one account, you know? If your face or something isn't revealed, then you just make another account. If your face was revealed, then make an account where you don't reveal your face. You're not ruining your life. Or yeah, just turn off your computer. Turn off the computer, bro. Yeah. Well, like, what about that one dude? People thought that he faked being in a wheelchair on stream. And like later it came out that he actually did need the wheelchair. He just didn't need it to the same extent that he needed it when he first started streaming. So like with that guy, he made another account. Later on down the road where he disguised himself. Which he didn't do a very good job at disguising himself, but... Should've just like used a mic or something. You shouldn't show your face. If you showed your face before, like people will probably recognize you, at least eventually. Not the best strategy when people were obsessed with Stephen King. Were so obsessed with Stephen King that whenever he wrote under a pseudonym, people still found out how the hell did that happen. I would 100% be a lolcow if someone could connect all of my burnt accounts together. Oh man. See, that's another thing, you know, like if you're a kid, I feel like children should be immune from being lolcows. You know? Like, cause we all do dumb shit when we're kids. And I feel so horrible. These kids that are like TikTokers and stuff, you know, that are having massive fuck ups. Hi, Uruka and Leah say they love you. Oh, okay, I love them too. Like, immune if they grow out of it. Like, I'm not saying they don't deserve to be criticized for their actions, but I also think, like, with children, you should be a lot more careful, I guess, you know? Pretty sure the forums don't allow threads on minors. Well, that's good. But, like, people on, like, Twitter and stuff attack pretty, what's the word? Freely? We'll go with freely. I'm glad I had no access to the internet and no phone to record it when I was young. Same. I've seen Twitlongers that the person it's directed at replies with, dude, I was 13. Man, that's like... Man, that's like the shit I'm talking about, okay? Like... If somebody does something dumb and they're a kid, okay, they deserve criticism. But posting shit publicly, like directing hate towards them and stuff, you know, you're not even I feel like people do it under the guise of like, oh, I'm just warning people about this person's behavior. And it's like, you know that's not what you're doing. You know that's not what you're doing. You're using your clout to direct a hate mob to people because you're a piece of shit that gets high off your own power. That's what you're doing. You want to destroy somebody's life because they hurt your feelings somehow. And if they're a fucking kid, if they were a kid when they did that, if you're a kid when you're doing it, okay, like you're still fucked up, alright, but eventually you'll grow out of it, alright? If you're being a kid and you're being stupid, writing Twitlongers and stuff, alright, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You're doing something bad. In my opinion. But, Everything coming out of my mouth is my opinion. I'm not like an objective morality or whatever, but like, if you're a kid and you're writing twitlongers, you're doing something bad. If you become an adult and you retroactively make twitlongers on people who are younger, or like you're an adult and you're writing twitlongers about people that are still minors or whatever, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is actually wrong with you? Why do you want to hurt people? Like, I'm sorry that somebody hurt you or did something bad or illegal, whatever, back in the day. They pirated Paint Tool Sai and you paid for it or whatever the fuck. Why do you want to... What do you think? What do you actually think riling up a hate mob is going to do? You can't deny that twitlongers are just riling up hate mobs. They don't... How are you alerting people of their behavior? If you were alerting people of their behavior, wouldn't you be... First of all, you'd be fucking annoying, but wouldn't you be, like, DMing the people that they're involved with? Like, hey, heads up, by the way, this person did this. But, like, imagine the real fucking world operated that way. Imagine, like... Chat, imagine your fucking... Actually, I wonder if people do this. That'd be so fucked. If you're, like... Okay, like, with, you make friends with somebody. Chat. And some Suzuki walks up to you and is like, oh, well, actually, did you know that Barbara Jean, she kicked her dog once? Okay, like, yeah, that's fucked up, but, like, I haven't seen Barbara Jean do anything bad. I'm sorry Barbara Jean did something bad when you knew her, but, like, she's been nice to me and stuff, and, like, what? That doesn't mean she's the same person now. People change. People change incredibly quickly, and, like, just in general, why do you think it's your place to, like, be a fucking vigilante that goes around being like a town crier or whatever, you know? Like, going around telling everybody, oh, well, Barbara Jean did this. Barbara Jean did that. Man, who cares? Who cares? Yeah, it's fucked up they did whatever they did, you know? But, like, that was in the past. This is now. Not everybody... Listen, not everybody is gonna... like, get hit with justice or whatever. You know? Sometimes you just have to let shit go. Stop obsessing over random shit that people did, you know? Sometimes people are gonna hurt you, but why are you holding on to that? Man, I don't know. I'm sorry for the rant, but like, it just... The fucking twitlongers and cancel culture, it just pisses me off so much. And these people that are so obsessed with acting like police officers or shepherds. They think they're like shepherds or something, you know, like, I'm gonna protect you from danger. Man, fuck off. You're just a person too, you know? I guarantee you've done shitty things and you're sitting here trying to like hold other people. You're trying to take other people to justice. Like, that's not your job. That's not your job. Sit the fuck down. This is the weirdest fanfic reading, man. Morality police. Yeah. Slayer, thank you for the 639. Fix still Oh my god. Man. If Twitter had it their way, chat, if Twitter had it their way, Twitter would be like, this person stole the last, we had a can of sardines left, and I said I was gonna use the can of sardines for my pizza, and this other person took the can of sardines. I'm gonna make sure that, on their deathbed, From the day that they did it to their deathbed, I'm gonna make sure everybody knows that they took the last can of sardines, and you should block them and ostracize them. You should, which is also, isn't that a form of abuse? Isn't that a form of psychological abuse? I thought, I don't remember the technical term for it, but it's like isolation. It's a form of societal isolation, and it's what like cults will do. Kikyo, hello! Hi, Kikyo. I just... Man. Shunning, yes. Oh, Kikyo. Oh, I love you too. Shino, shut her down! Man, I don't know. Listen, okay, and don't take this though. Don't take this as like, oh my god, Pippa thinks people shouldn't be held accountable for their actions. People should be held accountable for their actions between the parties involved, okay? Stop taking your shit to Twitter. Stop taking it into Twitterlongers. Stop hitting up random people. Like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get into the situation, but like... I'll be good. I'll be good. I won't mention people. Just turn off Twitter, bro. Twitter's useful though. Man. Pretty sure this is literally happening as we speak on Twitter between some VTubers or something. It's always happening. It's always happening. It's a double-edged sword though, like how people react to it, because sometimes people will see this stuff and they'll be like, oh yeah, fuck that person, but then they forget like the next day, which is good because like some people don't deserve the being societally outcasted, but it also sucks because sometimes like some really bad people get away with things. But I don't know. I swear people are more well-adjusted when kids were allowed to find out doing stupid things hurt. I don't know, maybe it encourages empathy or something. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Social media was a mistake. Oh. Is someone legit being cancelled right now? Someone's always being cancelled. I mean the one... Pippa, have you lived in a double... What the fuck, man? Twitter is balanced between good and bad people. Twitter is not balanced for shit. What was that about Facebook that just got leaked? What was that about Facebook? Or was it Facebook or was it Twitter that just got leaked? Where they intentionally promote harmful content, like hateful and harmful and negative content on their platforms? Because that gets more people... Facebook, yeah. I guarantee you Twitter's doing the exact same thing. But Facebook is promoting hateful content and harmful content on their platform. Because people will stick around more when they see it. They wanna voice their opinions on it. Twitter gets better as you unfollow accounts that you can read. Facebook has always been toxic. That's why I stopped using Facebook. I was using Facebook for keeping up with like news on specific projects or joining like Facebook groups to get like tips on things. But like I didn't even have that many people added. I wasn't even in that many groups. And somehow my Facebook feed was like, would you like to see a video of a man boiling a dog alive? Would you like to see an image of a man that fell from a balcony and landed on a pole and now the pole is like jutting out of his body? Like, no, I don't want to see that, Facebook. Thank you for auto-playing, by the way. Thank you for auto-playing this shit. I love listening to a dog screaming in agony first thing in the fucking morning when all I wanted to do was check for new updates on the shit I'm interested in. Thank you. Eventually I learned you can turn off autoplay. Is that how you found that picture? Yes, it is. Oh man, when the one guy shotgunned himself? Holy shit. Would you like to see an image of a man who got bully sighted by a rabbit on the fuck off? Wondering when Facebook Live is going to replace WorldStar? You mean it hasn't already? Facebook is Discount Live League. Yes, it is. Pippa working through her PTSD. Oh my god. I bet they force auto playback on often though. I haven't had mine forced back on. What in the world were you part of that started those suggestions? Man, I wasn't even part of anything bad. There are definitely some bad Facebook groups. Like, Facebook is like the mother. The epicenter. Facebook is like the epicenter of shitty ideas congregating together. Facebook is filled to the brim with groups that range from like sewing groups in your local town to extremist terrorist groups to random shit, chat. Random shit. Facebook leak led to sales of 1.5 billion people's data being sold. Oh my god. Human trafficking, yep. Facebook's insane. Facebook is insane, chat. All social media is insane. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. That's how that's just how these websites are. And for me, it's like such a mixed situation, you know? Because on one hand, I want to say, yeah, crack down on things. But then it's like, well, what do you crack down on and where is the line that you draw? Because you can say like, oh yeah, obviously ban videos of people boiling dogs alive. But then like, where does it go from there? You know, like, I'm sorry to use like the slippery slope fallacy, but like, Jesus Christ, chat, like you never know what's next on these fucking platforms. So it's like either you, yeah, then it turns into like, oh well, what about lobsters? Well, what about tuna fish? Tuna fish used to be alive at one point. It's still morbid. There's still a sound that it makes. Whatever, you know, like it's just oh. This is getting dark. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm probably gonna call it here too. I just one more. Do you guys want to do one more? I feel like I always filter quite a few people out every time I say one more. Or not one more. I'm gonna end here or whatever. A bunch of people leave thinking it's the end. One more. Okay, one more. So there's three of these. There's Before You Die, Generation Astra, and Hollow Romantic Stories. Which one? Before You Die is a one-shot story. It only has one chapter that told the entire story. Generation Astra is an ongoing story. And Hollow Romantic Stories is a collection of one-shots. Each chapter shows a different and complete story. MJC, thank you for the 6-9. Pippa, I've enjoyed your bedtime stories recently. I really enjoy them even though I never finished them before sleeping. I would really love to hear more. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry there wasn't that much reading in this. Anything but Hollow Romantic. Oh, but chat... But chat! One? Everyone wants one? Okay. Read the romantic one-shot of Watame. Oh, this is a one-shot about a boy who could see the unseen and the Grim Reaper's apprentice. They have to work together to save a dying woman's soul from oblivion. This wasn't even yours! Wait, pen name Senon. Social media account, Twitter, @Senon1. Oh wait, no, credits to okay, they the credit was for a different thing. This is theirs, I'm crazy. This is a 10-minute read. Put the information up on screen, just give me 1 second. No. No. There we go, chat. 10 minutes and Pippa time is 2 hours, man. I am not looking forward to the talk I am gonna receive after the stream. Oh boy. Die without regrets. Every person has a different regret. One might feel bad for not taking an opportunity, and others desperately want to turn back time to undo an action. Both doing something and not doing anything would sometimes lead to regrets. But what should a person do if he or she has a deep regret, but was dying? I was visiting my friend in the hospital. He was a guy who liked skateboarding and unfortunately got into an accident when he tried doing a dangerous trick. Here, my notes in class. When are you getting released? I asked him. Maybe tomorrow, since the surgery was a success. Maybe tomorrow, since the surgery was a success, and I don't need medications anymore, he answered. And? You're still not going to quit skateboarding? Of course not. A little injury like this wouldn't stop me. I sighed. A little injury wasn't something that needed surgery and days of painkillers. Well, it was in his life. I'll read your donos in a second. I'm going on ahead. And, also, there's a test on Tuesday, so you gotta study up. I stepped to the right and walked to the door. Was there an insect over there? He asked. Yeah, I lied. The truth was, it wasn't just an insect. It was a weird, small white creature that didn't look like any insect or animal. Oh yeah, only I could see it, too. Ever since I was young, I could see the white creatures everywhere. I didn't know what they were, but I knew that no one could see them. When I told my parents about it, they thought it was just the ramblings of a child with a hyperactive imagination. And when I opened it up with a close friend of mine, he thought I was joking. But I knew they were real. Oh dear, the pen rolled off. The nurse standing behind the counter said. However, I knew the pen didn't just roll off. A few moments before it happened, a small white creature bumped it, causing it to roll. Those things could interact with the real world, and I could even pick them up. They were quite light, and I could barely feel them in my hands, but if I focused hard enough, I could feel a weird sensation on the spot that was touching them. Ibaraki-san lived through the night, a nurse said. She's amazing. Even the doctors are baffled by her perseverance. Why does she try to live hard when it's hopeless already? Another asked. What the fuck? Ibaraki-san, don't tell me. Excuse me, are you talking about Ibaraki Raya? I asked them. Why yes, do you know her? Actually, she's an old friend of mine. Is she hospitalized here? Yes, she has chronic leukemia. She's in room 204. I walked towards that room and knocked on the door. Come in, an old lady's voice weakly said, and I opened the door. My first instinct was to run away. There was an old... Man, you're an asshole. There was an old lady lying on the bed with some machines beeping beside her. She was very pale and had white hair. Her body was covered by a blanket, but I saw her arm, which was thin and almost bone-like. But that was not the thing that scared me. Okay, never mind. Standing beside her was a grotesque black creature. It had many hands which were touching her body, and its fangs were showing. Glowing red eyes were on its face. Was it one of the unseen creatures? Judging by how Rayaba was lying in the bed without a hint of fear, she couldn't see it. That meant it was one of those creatures. Rayaba, it's me, Makoto-kun. Keigen Makoto, your neighbor 10 years ago, I said, and gathered up my courage as I walked towards her. The black creature didn't move, so it was probably harmless. Makoto! Ah, the young boy from next door, she said. It's been a while, Rayaba, I told her. How are you, Makoto-kun? I told her everything that happened with me ever since I moved away. She would occasionally respond with, I see, and would smile faintly. I'm happy that you still remember me. If only he would also come, she said. Who? She didn't answer, and after a few seconds of silence, I heard her snoozing. Rayaba was probably asleep. I was about to leave when a red portal appeared in front of me. A pink-haired girl, wearing black clothes, emerged from it. She was carrying a scary-looking scythe. She doesn't have much time left. This is bad, she muttered. Who are you? I asked. She touched Rayaba's thin arms. Only a day, maybe 2 if I'm lucky. What in the world could her regret be? She touched her chin as she thought deeply. She was about to walk away, but I blocked her path. Hey, I'm talking to you, I said. She looked at me, and her eyes widened. You can see me? She asked. As clear as day, I answered. That's weird. I made sure to make myself invisible. Wait, I'm actually having a conversation with you. Why was she surprised? I see, so you're Death's apprentice, I said. Something's up. Her name was Mori Calliope, the apprentice of Death. She was on a mission in the area and somehow met me, a person who could see her despite being supposedly invisible. So, why were you in Rayaba's room? I asked. This is something that you humans don't know. But there are creatures known as neutrals. They appear everywhere and are generally harmless. It's kind of hard to describe them, she started explaining. Do they look like small white creatures that are neither animals nor insects? Yep. Wait, you can see them too. Yeah, there's one over there and there. There's even one sitting on that tree. I pointed out the places where I saw the white creatures. Then, can you see the negatives? If you're talking about the black creature in Rayaba's room, then yes. What are they? Mori-san thought for a while. Have you ever had a strong regret? She asked. I have many regrets in my life. Why? See, negatives are creatures that cling to people who have a deep regret and are dying. And? What's the problem with that? When humans die, their soul goes to the underworld for judgment. And after that, they would be reborn in their next life. But if they have a deep regret before dying, they would attract negatives. Negatives would immediately eat the soul of the human it would cling to, and then the poor soul would never be reborn again. That means Rayaba's soul is going to be gone forever? If nothing is done about her regret, then yes. It is my job as the Grim Reaper's apprentice to prevent that. Then do something about it already! Mori-san's smile faded. The truth is, I don't know how, she said. What? I asked. S. It's my first assignment. I don't know how to solve her regret. I don't even know her regret in the first place. Oh, great. Rayaba's soul was doomed. Which brings me to you. Can you help me out? She asked. What? Why me? I just need to find out what her regret is. I'll help you out. I can access the Fate's records and find any information you need. I'll tell you. Fine, I'll help you out for Rayaba's sake. I questioned the hospital staff and the doctors. Apparently, Rayaba was really persistent. The only reason she was alive was because of her tenacity. When the doctors asked her why she was like that, she said she was hoping that the one she was waiting for would come back. Mori-san gave me a small pendant. I could talk to her using my mind if I opened it. Mori-san, can you hear me? Loud and clear. Did you find anything? I forgot to ask. What can you find in the Fate's records? Pretty much anything, like a person's past and their personalities. Why? Can you see if there was a runaway from her family? Possibly more than 10 years ago. Okay then. Have you heard? He came by again, a nurse said. What? What do you think he's up to? Another asked. He's been walking to the hospital's entrance for almost a month already, but still hasn't entered the hospital. What were they talking about? I returned home and crashed on my... I I returned home and crashed on my bed. 𝐏𝐴𝐵's regret was simple if I was right, but I didn't know how to solve it. Quite a clean room you have here, Mori-san said. Gah! Why are you here? I shouted at her. Here to share my findings with you. You could have knocked first. Sorry. Well, whatever. What did you find? Took out a folder and started reading it. 30 years ago, Ibaraki Rhea lived with her husband and her son. Unfortunately, her son, Ibaraki Kai, ran away when they had an argument. She lived on with her husband until he died 5 years ago because of cancer. Now she has leukemia and has been undergoing treatment in the hospital. But because her condition worsened, she was in the hospital for a month already, Mori-san said. A month? Could it be? Hey Mori-san, can you check something out for me? I asked. What is it? If my hunch is right, it could solve 𝐏𝐴𝐵's regret. The man walked towards the hospital's door. However, he hesitated for a moment until he turned back again. Wait, if you go back, you will regret it forever, I said. He looked at me. 𝐏𝐴𝐵 doesn't have much longer until she dies. It's best to patch things up already, Ibaraki Kai-san, I told him. That's right, the person who was trying to visit the hospital for the past month was no one other than Ibaraki Kai, 𝐏𝐴𝐵's son. Can I really see her? I've been selfish for almost 30 years and didn't even contact her. I still remember the hurtful words I told her before running away. Maybe she doesn't want to see me, he said. 𝐏𝐴𝐵's been waiting for you. All this time she regretted making you run away. That's why she survived this long. She wants to see your face again. Please, see her one last time. Do it for the mother you love. I accompanied him to 𝐏𝐴𝐵's room. Who is it? She asked. 𝐏𝐴𝐵, it's someone you've been waiting for, I told her, and she opened her eyes. Hey Mom, long time no see, Kai-san said. 𝐏𝐴𝐵's eyes widened and she sat straight on her bed in surprise. Kai? Is that really you? She asked. She then coughed and returned to lying down. Yeah, I'm really sorry for running away. I even told you that I hated you and wanted you to die. I'm really, really sorry. I was so ashamed of myself that I could never see you straight in the eyes again. Kai-san was crying. No, I was at fault too. I was so strict in raising you to be the perfect child that I didn't even take notice of your feelings. I'm sorry, Kai. I thought I only wanted the best for you, but instead, I pushed my ideals to you and suffocated you. When you ran away, I thought you would just come back since I thought you wouldn't be able to survive without me. As the years went by, I noticed my mistake and I realized it was already late. Mom, you have it in your heart to forgive this stupid mother. Yes, I'm the one who's supposed to apologize, Mom. The black creature standing beside 𝐏𝐴𝐵 disappeared. I saw Mori-san, who was standing outside the room, gave me a thumbs up. 𝐏𝐴𝐵 died a day after that. The doctor said that she died with a peaceful smile on her face. Was even invited to the funeral. Everything was well and good, but... So, why are you still here? I asked Mori-san, who was reading a manga on my bed. You see, there's been a catch. Death-sensei was impressed by our teamwork, so he said I should work with you on the next case as well, she answered. Wait, where's my say in this? Come on, you'll be doing a great service for the entire world. You'll be saving souls from destruction. But that's too much work. So you'd rather have the negatives eat innocent people's souls? Her phone buzzed and she took it out. Our next target is here. Let's go, Keigen-kun. She ran off. Something tells me my life would become a bit rowdier. This needs different background music. I don't know Japanese culture. I don't know Japanese culture. I'm going to make a comment on this from a very US-centric point of view. The constant use of honorifics outside of the characters talking, I feel is incredibly unnecessary. If it was... I don't know, like it's... I get that it's in first person and it's how he addresses her. But like when he's talking, but it's really I don't know. It's a lot. You don't use honorifics with your parents. Okasan is mom. So do you or do you not? I don't know. I think there are some ways that it can sound normal. You know, like maybe because like you're reading it and like it. Like I get that like in Western writing, you know, like you might be like oh, Mrs. Mori went to the store, you know, you might be like that. But that feels less unnatural to me. It would feel unnatural if every character was addressed that way. If you were like, Dr. Watson went to the store. You know, like if it's a consistent character and stuff. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the use of honorifics in the story. I feel like it was cringe. It was really cringy using all those honorifics. And it really, I don't know. If you're gonna use honorifics, I feel like they should have been kept to the speaking parts. I feel like the use of foreshadowing. Okay, foreshadowing is something that teachers will give you credit for because wow, you applied a writing technique in your work, but your use of foreshadowing was really way too on the nose. I think this is a solid concept. I think it's a solid concept. Like the idea that Mori might need a little extra help, like oh yeah, taking on a human to help me, like because really it's not that far off from the plots of other some other stories, you know, like a supernatural being takes on a human helper. But it also didn't feel necessary. Oh, Ryder, thank you for the $1. Thank you for reading. FYI, I'm sorry, but I'll be going on it. Fuck you! Fuck you! God damn it. Okay, the whole live aspect, somebody said it felt tacked on, and I agree. I don't feel like Mori served any purpose in the story except for telling the guy that she had a regret and her soul was gonna be eaten. Which, it didn't really add any, like, stakes to the story because we already knew when she was gonna die, you know? Like maybe if Mori had no idea when this character was gonna die, and Mori was kind of like panicking, like this was her first mission, she doesn't know when the person's gonna die. It's like a relatable first day at work, have nothing to do, like let's pluck a stranger off the street to help me get through it, you know, I'm so desperate, I need help. But like, you had a couple days before the old lady died. So yeah, there was no real stakes, and then the use of foreshadowing was way too on the nose. The foreshadowing was way too on the nose. Like immediately, it just turns into, oh my god, really, dude? Like, the old lady talks about how she wants somebody to come visit her. There's someone that she's waiting for, and then the nurses are talking about how there's somebody outside that can't bring themselves to come in. Like, at least, I think any rational human being, any human being in that situation would be like, oh, well, maybe it's this person? Like, it's worth a shot, right? The dialogue is extremely unnatural. I'm kind of hesitant about this one because I don't. Again, I'm not Japanese. I don't know how Japanese people speak and how it's translated into English, really, except for dubs and stuff. And sometimes dubs are crazy. If this was supposed to read like an anime, then I guess it kind of worked, but not in a good way. I'd say. I feel like I feel like it didn't really. It just detracted from the story. It made things really, it lowered the stakes even more. Because it's hard to empathize with the characters because they don't come off as real people. Trying to think about editing. You didn't do like any editing to your story. I can tell there are typos absolutely everywhere. Like everywhere. you should really edit your story. There's if you can't be asked to go back and edit your story, then at least download Grammarly. 4 quarters and a dime. Thank you for the $1.10. W. It feels like it's written like an English speaker with little knowledge of Japanese outside of anime dialogue. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge in that area to give any. Why is everybody saying W? Damn, Pippa, I think you might be an editor after you are Vtuber. I don't feel like that. I don't want to do that. You don't even need Grammarly for spell check though. Well, a lot of what's going on here is like like there's a double parentheses at one point. There's the character asked.s. Like it's still stuff that would get picked up. It's not necessarily like typos as much, and I get the feeling that that's only because spell check is integrated by default into computers now. Floppy typing, yes. So a good concept, but it needs some revising. Is that something you're interested in doing? Dingus, thank you for the 333. Therefore, I believe in Pippa's supremacy. What? Yeah, a story like this where there's not really like where it's really personal. It's a really personal story. I feel like it's really it's low stakes, you know? It's very low stakes. It's an old lady, she's dying, her soul's gonna get sucked into oblivion or whatever, you know, like it's not like somebody like, I mean, I guess he knows her, like she's his neighbor. She was his neighbor. But it's not like, oh my god, my mom is dying, I need to save her soul or whatever. So I feel like if you're gonna use that as the setting, you need to put more or scenario, I mean. You need to put more effort into really humanizing the characters, because we don't have that innate empathy for this person, you know? It's like, oh, well, yeah, like it's a dying woman, that's sad, but like people die every day, you know? Like it's not it's harder to get invested. I feel like personally what I would have done, which I'm not saying I'm not like a pro writer or anything, but like this is just like very basic advice. I feel like I would have spent more time at the beginning emphasizing how like the main character, you know, like he sees this stuff, he's kind of struggling with it. Describe like the hospital being very foreboding, I guess. Like make it so people die every day. Shut up. Like, Pippa, check your donation, please. Okay. like describe the hospital as being such like a lonely and depressing place, and then you can take that and you can 4 quarters and a dime. W. Thank you. Leonidas, thank you for the 333. Thanks for the stream, Pippa. Duke Nukem, thank you for the $100. Jesus Christ. I was sitting at a fucking $100 total. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Thank you for the $100. Thank you. I lied. Bullshit tip comments are hilarious. Hope you don't get scolded by the Jannies. Pippa pride worldwide. Mako Paddle, thank you for the 315. Pippa did nothing wrong. Thank you, I'm sorry. 4 quarters and a dime. Thank you for the 110 WW. Man, I remember you from our debut streams. Kept spamming me. Duke Nukem endorses Pippa. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, humanize the characters a bit more. Make them more empathetic or easy to relate to. Most people have been in a hospital, so you have a very good setting for easier development, I guess, you know, like everyone's been in the hospital. It's almost always for something bad. So describing like the dread that he's feeling, how the hospital's like carrying on like everything's normal, but nothing's normal for him, and especially not so because like you can tie that in, you know, like everyone's going on with their daily life, but his daily life doesn't feel normal because he's in the hospital, and then you tie that into the thing with the ghosts, you know, the neutrals. It's you're making a abnormal situation more easy to relate to by tying it to a more relatable scenario. If I should legitimately do a creative writing stream, but then you guys will find out how actually bad I am about our with writing. But yeah, this is all just basic advice, but do it, no balls. Please, chat, don't bully me off the internet. If you're gonna bully me off the internet for my writing, at least put a pink rabbit as your avatar first. I need to see behind the curtain. Oh my god. But yeah. Critics actually doing the work themselves is a lose-lose situation. Usually. I feel like the thing with critics is they generally don't have this is such an overused word, but like soul, you know? Like the problem with critics when they're writing things, from what I've noticed anyways, is that they're so fixated on the things that they perceive as being bad and like subverting those and writing a technically good story that it loses like the heart, you know? It becomes, oh, well, this is not a technically bad story because X, Y, you know? X and Y. What the fuck? I feel like a good story generally has something wrong with it, you know? In Cold Blood, or not In Cold Blood, Crime and Punishment, you know? Crime and Punishment has like an entire page and a half of some random dude at a bar rambling. That was so unnecessary. That was so fucking unnecessary, man. But it's okay. It's okay. It adds to the story in a way that it wouldn't typically, you know? Like, some man rambling is not generally a good point in your story, but it really works. It really works in Crime and Punishment, you know? Like, it was completely necessary. Man, I fucking skipped it. filler episodes in anime be like. I didn't skip. I skipped it at first and then I came back and I read it. I was not prepared to sit there and read that fucking rambling. I'm surprised you brought that up. Yeah. Mom's letter that takes up 7... Was that 7 p... I don't even remember that. It's been so long. Filler episodes and books. Filler! I don't... Chat... I'm gonna fucking... get canceled here. I don't think filler's bad. I don't think filler is bad. I don't. I think it's annoying when it's shoehorned in. But I think filler, like, okay, chat, people talk about like the beach episodes. People talk about beach episodes. I think beach episodes are a nice way to like give back to the fans and I guess, like, provide some relief, you know? Fuck off, chat. But at the same time, I think filler is bad when it is more... When a story is more filler... When a story is more filler than it is substance, that's when there's a problem. Really? Fuck off, chat! Like, yeah, like One Piece, Naruto, these stories where, like, you're 40 episodes into Naruto and, like, barely anything's happened because it's just one episode will be, like, one fight and that's it. And then 10 episodes are, like, the characters just standing around talking. Like, that's not... That's too much. Dragon Ball Z? Yeah. More filler than main plot equals bad. I think, yeah. I would rather... My ideal scenario is you take those filler episodes and you can stick them before your finale so that way there's some, like, time to, like, chill before things really go down. I think that's fine. But I think ideally you would release that content as like OVAs. Or you would mark it as like not being necessary content. You know, like I know you can't do that for marketing reasons. Like you want people to watch all your episodes, but yeah. I have no problem with beach episodes. I have no problem with random field trip episodes, shit like that, you know, like it's fine. I usually skip them, but back in the day, TV shows just put in old clips as filler. Oh my god, do you guys remember older cartoons doing like... The cartoon itself would be like 5 minutes and then like 15 minutes of it is commercials and then another 15 minutes of it is like after the ad ends or whatever, or right before the ad begins, it's like, oh my god, let's take a look at a word from our fans. And it'll be like letters or like letters from fans, or it'll be like fan art or like interviews with fucking voice actors and shit. Man, I hated that. I hated that so much. Flashbacks. Fucking Sailor Moon. That I don't remember how long the Sailor Moon transformation was, but that shit was so annoying. I used to get so sick of the Sailor Moon transformation. You're giving me flashbacks I don't want to remember. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Person who I accidentally bullied off the internet, if you want to message management and we can talk. We can maybe, I don't know. I'm in damage control mode. But like... So that was something that happened. One more! Fuck you, chat. I just did it. I already did it. I spent like 10 minutes reading it, and I spent like 10 minutes critiquing it. It is past midnight. I'm already sick. I get this feeling when I know I've overexerted myself, where like I don't feel tired, but like my blood feels like... It sounds weird because like blood is a liquid, right? But like my blood feels like liquid. And like I've become like really conscious of like my bones, like my like in my arm and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird. It's really weird. Maybe it's like low blood sugar or something. I don't know. That's called body aches. Ah. Liquid Pippa. Liquid blood. Low blood circulation. Is that what it is? I don't know. You have a skeleton inside you. I don't know how to explain it, man. I hope that leukemia story wasn't foreshadowing. Oh my god. You need to start drinking sugar for your blood. Shut up. Less viscous. I don't know, man. Okay, I'm gonna read off some names. Mr. Mannequin, thank you for the 690. You need to go use the sleep. Yes, I need to go use the sleep. Just stand up and do some stretches every hour. Man, hold on, we'll stretch. Ah, my legs. Go commit sleep. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, it's a cringe, everybody. Let's read off some names. Unlucky Cat, Grants, GK Lark, Idol Digi, MJC, You're a Wingman, Taroni, Lonesome Mesa, Zenlar, JL710, Saltmod Senior, Amon, Bored Undead, Pedro G, Ozone, Kani, Mego Pado, Gods, Asoiru, Vulcan, Burzin, Hikimoto, Dio Brando, Berserk Rage, Dontrell, Valiant, Badger Keep, Nisimono, the Sword Art Online Dick Riding Association, Some Guy, Mr. Mannequin, Aegis, Vulcan, Brian Lane, Freedom Extremist, Swagmaster, Amara, James, JL710, Content Consumer, Chuddy Cuddles, God, your name fucking triggers my brain rot, I don't know, Saltmod Senior, Alec Goranson, Gods, Line Arc, Fuckle-Knuckle, Floorball Sagbag, D-Lo, Deadly Pedestrian, Fuddleton, Tyrone, Manowars, Frederico Aberstein, Line Arc, Ruber, Skinakaji, Asoiru, Guanaco, Re-NPC, Badger Cape, Guedes, Cheese, Charles Vey, Aegis. Yeah, go watch. Is Michiru live? Go watch Michiru. Go watch Michiru while I crash in bed and fucking dead inside for the next day. I need to work on my stamina. Oh my god, Michiru's playing Minecraft! Watch, I'm gonna end and then she's gonna end. Oh, my anxiety, chat. My anxiety, I just know, chat. I just know management's just in there waiting. Pippa, delete the VOD, Pippa. They haven't said anything yet. They said one thing, but it wasn't that. I'm nervous, chat. I'm nervous. Okay, good night. Good night. Oh, I went to stop stream. I don't stop stream. Ending screen. Fuck, I'm so tired.
I believe in death, destruction, chaos, filth, and greed.
This video, written by and starring students, shows how bullying comes in many different forms: cyber, physical, and social. Something as simple as an Instagram post can bring about a bullying situation.
According to the Anti-Bullying Institute, 1 in 7 students in grades K through 12 are either a bully or have been a victim of bullying. %60 of teenagers say they witness bullying in school once a day. %64% of children who were bullied did not report it.
Oh my god, look at this!
What's your problem? I've been noticing you treating her like trash, and if you're gonna do that, go step in the can.
Alright, we're sorry.
Whatever.
We encourage children to become upstanders and help to make a difference.
Hi, sir.
Nice outfit. It actually looks good. In the town of Smithtown, you can contact the Horizons Counseling and Education Center or the Youth Bureau for presentations on bullying and cyberbullying. To get involved with bullying, cyberbullying awareness, and prevention initiatives, join the Town of Smithtown Youth and Community Alliance. All information can be found on the Town of Smithtown website.